Hello and welcome. I'm Shalon Loggard. I'm a self-love queen passionista and emotional energy alchemist, and I'm here to help you navigate the energies and guide you on your self-love journey to discovering and embodying the divine queen within. So this is your live or your oracle card guidance for June 14th, 2023, and we are going to be using the Rose Oracle card deck to see what is coming up today for any guidance. So let's begin. Let's see what is coming up today. All right. Well, the first one that came up was the Rose of Venus. So it says alignment, flow, right relationship, and harmony. You can see that. Let's read what it says. We are actually, what do we have? One of the signs is in Venus right now. I can't remember which one it is. I can't find what I'm looking for either. Here it is. Okay, so it says the Fibonacci series and the golden ratio on which it's based is a number sequence in which each number is the sum of the preceding two numbers. Okay, so a rose's petals hold the golden ratio, with each new set of petals growing in the spaces of the previous set. Perhaps this is why we feel changed by gazing into the spiral of a rose. The original rose looked very different to those we grow today. It possessed 5 petals, and interestingly, if we track the movements made by the planet Venus as she orbits the sun over a period of 8 years, we see they create a 5-fold rose pattern called the Rose of Venus. Venus was the Roman goddess of love, sex, and fertility, and her symbol was the rose. Perhaps the ancients knew more about the interconnectedness of the universe and life than we think. There's a sacred order in all things. Nature holds the codes of life, and as you're a part of nature, you do too. There's an intelligent force governing all of life, the same force that tells flowers when to bloom and the planet how to spin exists within you. Our tendency to overanalyze and overthink can get us out of alignment with nature and thus life. A resistance to change does this too. So it says this card is an invitation to look at anything that doesn't feel in alignment. It's a reminder to trust in the tapestry of your life, your ever-changing nature, and to be dedicated to living a life that is deeply aligned. So going back to, there's an intelligent force governing all of life, and the same force that tells flowers when to bloom in the planet how to spin exists within you. So our tendency to overanalyze and overthink can get us out of alignment with nature and thus life. So sometimes we tend to look for all the answers, right, outside of us. We're looking for somebody to give us those answers or that permission or whatever, which all stems from growing up. When we were kids, we had to ask for permission for everything from our parents and our authority figures and whatnot. And so as adults, we're still looking for permission when really everything that we need to know is inside of us. And it's all about, we have the new moon cycle coming up right now. And the new moon is about going inward, going in towards ourselves, because it is a dark moon. So about doing this extra meditating and maybe journaling and stuff, and coming into alignment with yourself, taking that extra time to nurture yourself, so that, because all of the answers are within. Okay, and you do not need permission from anybody else in order to do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay, so the soul inquiry was what's no longer in alignment with who you're being called to be. Okay, so we've just gone through this like eclipse season and have been clearing and clearing and clearing and releasing and releasing and releasing aspects of ourselves that are no longer aligned with who we are, right? And so the only way that we can really discover those new aspects of ourselves that are coming to be seen, right, by the world is to tap in with our inner world, right? And into ourselves, and we do that by like quieting ourselves and turning inward and quieting the mind and everything. So beautiful. The next one was the grandmothers, and it says remember your roots, perspective, trust the weavings. Okay, let's see what that has to say. The rose was here long before you and me, and long before humanity itself. She holds within her the rememberings of civilizations past, roots that reach back for millions of years and hold the codes of creation. They carry with them the songs of the ancient grandmothers of the earth. Can you hear their song? When this card appears in a spread, it's an invitation to reach all the way back, to go forward, to reach your roots deep, to soar high. The ancient grandmothers are calling for you to remember the wisdom of your ancestry. Long before colonialism served so much that's sacred, before the rise and fall of empires and entire civilizations, all the way back to the origins of humanity. Yesterday, the card that we got was Healing the Mother Line. And we can't actually do that unless we go back as well, right? So they're calling you to play your part in the time of healing. If you're here right now, you most definitely are probably a healer, okay? To heal and integrate what you've inherited in your ancestral line. It's not personal. These are changing healing times that we came here for, okay? You signed up for this. I have to remind myself of that all the time. I signed up for this. So, to reconnect and reach all the way back to the original mother and see our role as the ancestors of those who are yet to come. To remain grounded and rooted in your life so that no matter how rocky things get, you always know that you are home, okay? Where was it now? Oh, when it said to reach your roots deep to soar high, what I was picturing was like grounding, right? Spending lots of time in nature, which is perfect because the next card that we have is plant yourself here. And it's really, really important when you're doing like lots of energy work and energy healing and releasing and everything to stay grounded, okay? And keep yourself grounded. We do this by going outside and being in nature. We can do a visualization, just like coming back to your breath and your body and feeling into this moment, okay? Sometimes if we're like tending to like eat more, sometimes we crave more food when we're ungrounded, right? So the rose transmission, okay, if you want to place your hand on your heart, says, I reach my roots all the way back to go forward. What's coming to my mind right now is 2 steps forward. No, 1 step forward, 2 steps back. Right? That like doing the little, sometimes in life we feel like we're doing like this little cha-cha kind of thing, but we're still getting to where we need to go. So, okay. I reach my roots all the way back to go forward. I call upon the sacred strength and support of my ancestors who did not forget to be with me now. I acknowledge the difficulties and what's coming up to be healed, and I do so for all who are yet to come. Beautiful. The card that we pulled yesterday was talking about, I said, healing the mother line, right? But there are like good aspects from our ancestors that come forward with us as well that we are able to tap into, right? All the things that they went through, they did not go through for nothing. It's for us right now in this moment to tap into that inner strength and call on those ancestors to help support us. So absolutely beautiful. So plant yourself here. Integration, embodiment, and grounded action. Okay. Invite your soul to come all the way in. From your knees to your nose, your cheeks to your toes. Fully embody your life. The best way to do this is by really savoring the moment. Being present in your body. We tend to get so caught up in our to-do lists and trying to get everything done. And we think we're amazing multitaskers, and in reality, we're probably not. We're just making it look like we're doing a lot of things. But we're actually meant to slow down, focus on what we're doing right now in this moment, and we will be able to get things done much more efficiently. And about savoring that moment, focusing on our senses as we're doing whatever it is that we're doing. Okay. Drop the defensive walls. Let your soul land and occupy each and every cell. Anchor all parts of you into the here and now. Life is here even when death is here. Birth isn't possible without it. We've been going through this death and rebirth, right? So it's about letting go, right, of what is no longer serving us so that we can have this rebirth. And you came here to birth this world anew. Don't you remember? Fully commit to living this life. Put your 2 feet and your ancient soul wholly and completely in, right? Our ancestors. This is the card of the one who's committed to being the bridge between heaven and earth. You are the bridge between heaven and earth. And just as I said that, it's at 12:21 on my clock, which is mirrored numbers, right? Mirroring, like as above, so below, heaven and earth, right? The embodied mystic. You are the embodied mystic. They know that they don't need to denounce either heaven or earth. Rather, they are a weaver of worlds. Here to embody their soul more and more with each new day. Here to weave the sacred back into everyday life. Making every day a magical day, right? Every moment to be savored, okay? This card is an invitation to commit more fully to your life as a soul having a human experience. To invite your soul to grow roots that help reach deep so that you can grow tall, to commit to your humanity and your expansion at once. So to fully commit to your purpose, your destiny here on earth. Okay? And we can't do that unless we are in alignment, right? And flow. So the rose invites us to embrace all stages of life on earth, from the buds to the bloom, from the cutting back to the fruit. Her beauty and sweet scent are an embodiment of heaven, a nectarious reward for being here. The rose reminds us to take a moment to properly enjoy the sweetness, and that heaven really can be a place on earth, right? So it's about being grateful for everything that we have around us. It's about really, like I said, savoring that moment, savoring all the blessings that we have, right? Just the fact that you're here right now is a blessing, right? And not what we say, living for the weekend, right? We spend so much time living for what's next that we forget to live in the now, in the moment, right? And really I feel like I've overused savoring, but like that's exactly what it is just like being here in this moment, being grateful for that and enjoying it and really making the most of everything, of every moment of every day. Okay. So your soul inquiry question is, how can you commit more to your life? Beautiful. Let me know how those messages resonated with you, or maybe one stood out more to you than the other. If you would like to work with me further, I offer soul-filled oracle card guidance sessions that we pull oracle cards, and I help with guiding you on your self-love journey and giving you tools and techniques and clearing and whatever else that we need in that session to get you to where you are needing or desiring to go. I will post the link for that down below. I also have my group coaching session, Self-Love Queen Academy, that will be coming up in the fall. And I love working with groups because it's really about coming together and supporting one another and helping each other find your tribe and knowing that you are not in this journey alone, right? And when we embody more self-love into our life, that is when things start to flow and shift and change, and everything is just starts to feel effortless and flow towards you. So I also, what else do I have? I also have not groups, sorry, but coaching packages that are accessible to you if that is something that you are looking towards. Just clearing limiting beliefs that are no longer serving you is what I specialize in, doing lots of childhood trauma work and releasing and really letting go of the past and being able to step further into your divine queen energy. So I will post the link for those in the down below, and I hope that these messages resonated with you and that you have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care.